What is going on, everybody? Nasdorachi coming back at you again today with another episode for Dragon Ball Legends, and as per the wallpaper, most of you guys who are still adamantly playing this game will know that we are here today to briefly go over the Step Up banner, the new characters being Frieza and the Transforming Goku. I'm sure plenty of you guys might already have your hands on them as well, because I waited until the morning to film this instead of doing it right at 2 in the actual morning, like well earlier. But we got that going on, as well as a bunch of other updates to the game. We're going to check out everything pretty quickly, how to get the juice that you need to do this kind of modified version of the Wish Upon a Star event, this summer celebration they have going on. It's much more tolerable than the Wish Upon a Star event, but it does carry a lot of the same kind of stuff associated with the exchange shop and collecting resources. So we'll go over that really quickly. Some of the other changes, they do have stuff on sale for the Step Up. You can tell they want to make as much money as possible before they go into their vacation season, and everything's, again, like I said in the last video, going to be quiet for the rest of the summer until fall kicks back around. There still might be a banner or two that they've preloaded into the game, but I don't expect anything to go, again, super, hype or crazy until we're back into the kind of business and fall season. So we are going to go ahead here and bring up the gameplay. Let me do that real quick. Bonk, right over there. So we have to check a couple things out in the news first. Nothing too out of the ordinary. We can look at this stuff really quickly. There are daily missions to get sparking medals, which we can check that out in the exchange shop. I kind of want to keep this video relatively short, but in the exchange shop, some of the older or less relevant sparkings are going to have the coins that you can exchange, which is a very good start, you guys. This mechanic is good. It's brand new. They're testing it out. Hopefully in the future they will expand it to include many other sparking units, and just by playing the game you will eventually be able to, in a free-to-play fashion, exchange coins and get sparking units that are hopefully somewhat relevant. There's also a new challenge rush that I haven't personally even started, doing a little bit of PvP, but there are a whole bunch of stages with that. We can make a whole separate video about that by itself, you guys. So we're not going to go too much into the challenge rush or PvE challenges really at this time. There is a new piece of equipment that you get from PvP now, the Trunks Stay Back. This is exceptionally good for your ranged future type characters, which kind of a limited pool. Basically this new green Gohan that transforms is going to benefit from this one the most. So that's something to keep a hold of there. Start farming that equipment out, see if you can get a new one. We're not worried about all that old story time stuff. They added Saiyan and Super Saiyan equipment collection stages. Again, character power-up campaign. Oh, it's just a bonus to training time being reduced. EXP and Zenny doubled. Zenny times 5 in the main story. It's a useful way to get some crystals. There are as well some other events going on, like I'll Be the One Who Kills You. This is another rising battle style of event. These ones I tend to find a little bit more tedious and annoying than some of the other stuff that they've implemented, just because there's usually like 100 stages. It can get a little bit, again, just kind of repetitive farming this out. But they have a really nice broken equipment for your Goten character. If you have that legendary finished Goten, who I do not have, you are sure to win, and you will pay also pretty reasonable pieces of equipment. So the event is definitely worth doing. Get summon tickets, other stuff like that right there. Not going to spend a whole lot of time on that because we could as well probably make a separate video about that right there. We do have the step-ups. There are some sales, arguable sales on some of them. Like, of course, the $8 sale for a multi-summons worth of crystals. That one's usually worth it if you're willing to cough up a little bit of money on the game. But the $32 for the 2 tickets and 2,000 crystals, you could tell why they made that one repeatable, you guys, because that one is definitely in their interests. If we go check out the shop real quick, which we can use to check out the exchange shop and some other stuff as well briefly, you can see this $32.99 right here that comes with 2 of the tickets. You need 5 tickets to make the pull, so they're counting on you, using the crystals to summon on steps 4 through 7, and then buying some of these tickets as well, potentially. I like how they say the tickets are a freebie. Like, no, you're paying for those tickets. But anyway, again, there were some other reasonable sales. I didn't get the most expensive one-time sale, but I got the 2 cheaper ones, like $7 and $12 or something like that. Not too bad. Everything else depends on how much money you have willing to burn on this game, you guys. We don't have too many crystals for summons at this point, so I might have to make a return to finish out the remaining steps. But we have enough crystals to get the guaranteed sparking tickets. Checking out this coin shop real quick. Again, a lot of the older, less relevant units, but the Android 17 is definitely worth now that he's been buffed. Probably the androids, maybe not the 18, but 17 and 16 still have some value. Goten and Trunks are decent bench units for their respective teams. Pan can be a good bench for Son family. Piccolo, I have him 7-starred already. So it's interesting that these two movies units right here, you get less Z power for the same amount of coin. But that ends September 30th. I wish that would be something that they would just keep around indefinitely, or October 1st, sorry. That's when that shop goes away. Wish it was something that they would keep around and expand on. Then we have the Summerfest here. We have plenty of stuff to spend these juices on. We need tropical juice, plenty of souls. Anything else unique and cool? Not really, just summon tickets and souls, it seems like. Skip tickets, energy tickets. Alright, we need Masters Pack 3 to show up already at this point. But yeah, so how to get the juice, you guys. It's going to be a very popular question. We're going to do PvP, or certain PvE stages are going to drop these special missions that you see on the screen right here. There's a couple of caveats to this, but ooh, we're getting good success and great success all over the place. There's a way to trigger that, and I'm going to explain that to you guys really quickly now that we have some free slots to queue up more. So I've been doing PvP to collect some of these blue adventures. Now this is the alternative to your Wish Upon a Star event. So we're doing this instead of repetitively farming out stages versus AI. So you'll get these special job requests here. Tells you the bonus right here, so everything you need to know right in the information. You want to use purple, you want to use future units. So that gives you a limited pool of ways to boost up the amount of rewards you can guarantee yourself to get, or loosely guarantee. Your odds will be much, much higher if you do purple and future. And there's a third unmentioned thing there as well, but high level characters boost your chances as well. So say we're going to queue this one up here. We want to bring, let's say, the EX level 3000 Future Mai. She would be a great one, and then we'll throw in just another irrelevant purple that's high level to go along with her. So we want to be able to spread this out across 5 adventures, and there are only like 6 future characters, I believe, and I think I'm missing one of them, but we got the Goku Black, another one of the 2 Sparkings. No, actually I do have all 3 of them, but he's another one of the 2 Sparkings that meet this purple and future criteria. We'll throw him in there with chilled. Again, high level, the better. Then we'll jump in here. We actually only have 4 of these adventures left. We'll throw in the EX Future Android 18 right there, purple and future. So that would be a great one if you don't have either one of the 2 Sparkings, guys. If you missed Goku Black and you missed out on the transforming Trunks, you have the EX Purple Mai, you have the EX long-haired Trunks, and then you have that EX Android 18 that you just saw me use right there. So we'll go find him real quick right there. EX Future Trunks there, and we'll throw him in with Gotenks. So that's how you get the juice, you guys. You will then take them and go exchange them. Now there's some adventures that go along with, or not adventures, sorry. There's some missions that go along with this here. We can get some of our guaranteed sparking tickets. So now I believe I'll have enough to do that summon there, which is pretty useful. And then they had another ticket locked behind this, 2 more tickets locked behind this, 3 more tickets locked behind this. So you're going to want to be doing these adventures as much as you can, you guys, to get as many of these juices as possible to get your second guaranteed summon. Again, a little bit easier than trying to do it with the Wish Upon a Star style. I'm kind of happy that they switched it up. So I think that's pretty much everything for the news and the important stuff. We've wasted a decent amount of time talking about all that stuff already. A little bit of a bait banner going on there as well, but they're doing that thing with the guaranteed sparkings to try and convince more people to spend. Again, I think this is fallout from the vendors and the refunds and the money that they owe to Apple and Google respectively. They're really trying to get that money back. So again, there's some login bonuses as well. There's a special summon from the Legends Summer event here. They're just going to be giving away tons of tickets for that. It kind of reminds me of just the straight up free banner that was going on during the anniversary, because this is technically straight up free. And you get, I think, 160 tickets total. So that should be 16 multis we get overall on that banner, which is going to be this one right here. Well, let's just start by doing a summon on this. Let's start it off with these tickets here. I'm going to bankroll some of the tickets for a later summon. I have everything that's on this banner, I think. So what is this downloading? And I downloaded all after the update. So I don't know, maybe this is just the more post-update stuff with this banner going on here. Frieza beating us up, but again, this is completely free, so it's kind of irrelevant what happens in the long run. Just got that mystery downloading that pops up out of nowhere, you guys. Nowadays, it might not mean anything at all. We'll just skip that. Yeah, see, it means relatively nothing. We got Android 18 there. We saw downloading, but I know I hit that download all button. That's really strange. Anyway, you guys, make sure you do your summons there as well. I'm sure you guys are very interested if you haven't pulled them already, but the new units here, the percent chances of pulling the Goku are exceptionally low. 0.25%, very similar to the way Vegito was styled on the Anniversary banner, and that is unfortunate. Very regular looking Kamehameha on his first blue move here, and then he's got the legendary finish capable on the transformed Kamehameha. If it does lethal damage on the final character, that will trigger the legendary finish for this Goku. There is no ultimate arts or anything like that. You just have to kill the final character with this counter mechanics blue card, and you again will get that spiffy animation, which looks like that, wasted on a Cyberman right there, but a little twitching hand and everything. I love that attention to detail that they do, kind of like with the Kaioken Goku when he wins his fights. Alright, so he's an exceptionally good character. We're just going to look at him briefly here. His stats before and after transformation are pretty good. Blast attack actually rivals the amazing strike attack stat that the transforming Trunks has, but his defenses are also extremely good as well, and critical really good also. He fits onto Saiyan, Super Saiyan, and Son family teams, but he's going to do the most for probably Saiyan and Super Saiyan teams. Again, he'll still fit on Son family just fine, but he will only Z ability give back a little bit, and that depends on how many stars you get him to as well. So Angry Kamehameha, massive impact damage, plus 15% to special move damage, 15 timer counts. It's a counter, so it'll activate on pretty much everything except for certain moves like Rising Rush most likely won't be countered by it. And like Gogeta's rushing forward blue card, the blue DBS Gogeta, his blue card, I'm not sure if it'll counter stuff like that, like the rush forward physical based super moves. That's yet to be determined because I haven't been able to playtest it. He gets a lot of 50% special move damage, and he can nullify endurance, which the Frieza has, which makes sense. Giant Swing, for switch out, he gets 15% to damage inflicted, restores his own vanishing gauge, and again, force switches them out, plus 15% to impact damage received on the enemy. So I guess 30 timer counts. If they go ahead and try and swap that enemy back in, they'll still have that debuff on them. They're going to have to wait a good bit of time to get rid of that. That's the whole point of that right there. Pretty good unit right here. Doesn't feature any blast armor though, so they'd give him a counter, which I guess is still just as effective in the right situation. And let's start before transformation. You'll pay transforms into Super Saiyan, restores own ki by 40 and 30% to damage inflicted. That is 3 separate things going on in a transforming unit's main ability. Really good. They went all out on this unit to make him worth your hard-earned money. Z ability, Tag Saiyan or Super Saiyan base strike and blast attack, double buffs with straight out the gate, and that just goes up. So they made this unit officially really powerful. These Legends Limited units, other than Beerus, have all been really, really freaking good for the game. Well, maybe not good for the game itself, but they've been really good in the game. Let me rephrase that. Pride, inflicted damage up. Damage inflicted increases according to the number of timer counts with current character, up to 50%. After 5 and 10 counts, you get 30, and then you plateau at 50. Resets after character switch or transformation. That is a lot of damage. Not so fast. Reduces damage received by 40% for 5 timer counts when this character enters the battlefield. Restores own ki by 20 when this character evades enemy attack with a vanishing step. And restores own health by 50% when 2 allies are defeated. So amazing anchor character. After the transformation, the main ability will give him a blue card to use to exploit his legendary finish or his counter. Minus 10 to his own strike and blast arts cost for a minute. For 60 seconds. What? Oh my god, I haven't read this before I made this recording, you guys. 60 seconds to not make my... Wow, that's crazy. Alright, 40% to his own ki recovery for a minute as well. 10 timer counts must elapse after transformation. That is really quite crazy. Is that different? It is different. Damage inflicted. So this is buffs that have occurred before transformation and not so fast. What are these? Let's settle this now. Well, he loses both of those and replaces them with 2 new passives. They put some development time into fleshing out these OP crazy passives here, you guys. 50% to blast damage inflicted when 2 allies are defeated. Again, a cover mechanic. And it just improves the damage inflicted he gets after 5 and 10 counts. Instead of, what, 30-50, it's now 40-70. Dude, this character is absurdly good. You can never destroy what I am. Reduces damage received by 40% for 5 timer counts on this character in his battlefield. Restores on ki by 25. Restores on health by 50% and minus 15 to own special move arc. Cannot be canceled. So it improves. The passive improves. Both of them improve significantly after his transformation. That's wild. That's really wild. What about the blue card here? Just a regular Kamehameha before transformation. Deal major impact damage, plus 15% to special move damage. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So these also are downgraded. He actually has different moves. This turns into that angry Kamehameha. That's a counter instead. 2 different characters built into one almost here. I really like that. We spent a lot of time talking about him. But he is really, really good, you guys. It's a terrible shame that he's got such low rates to pull. I don't think I missed anything there, but he's just an amazing offensive and defensive and ranged unit. Death Saucer, we saw this in the preview yesterday. Pretty cool. He gets a huge buff from his main ability using it. We're going to get through Frieza much quicker here, you guys. He's not nearly as an elaborate of a character. Very, very high defenses. Attack is a little bit lower, but he does have buffs to help counter that less attack stats, like on paper. He can counter that in his own kit. Brings both card types. He's defense type, so it's pretty standard. Death Saucer, major slice damage, applies the following effect to self upon activation. Basically, he'll nullify endurance, so he'll kill any immortal characters before that passive triggers. 100% chance to inflict heavy bleed. So the Nova Strike's coming up next. I did call that well there. I knew that would be a really neat move for this Frieza to have. I'm really excited for this character too, you guys. 30% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts upon activation. The counter will activate upon any of the following attacks from enemy when this character is charging forward. Tap shots, blast arts, special move arts, and awakened arts, but not red cards. So it's any type of, ranged attack or green cards or blue cards. Interesting. And awakened arts, excluding certain forward charging moves. Alright, again, that's probably like Gogeta, where he forward charges and does a physical hit with his blue card. I don't think this will work against that. Still very neat. Main ability here, draws the blue card, the Death Slicer next, plus 50% to his blast damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. That's one of the damage buff that I mentioned, but relatively short time window. 100% to the next special move damage inflicted. That'll be extremely helpful in killing people. 22% to the tag Lineage of Evil based blast defense. If you get him to 5 stars, it expands to include Frieza Force, and it upgrades to strike and blast defense. So he will effectively, on your Lineage of Evil teams, be replacing the yellow final form Frieza that's not full power. And yeah, it's pretty much an even trade-in for this character. It just sucks because I have that Frieza almost at 7 stars, and this one, I don't have it all yet. I may not get him either. It's very likely I won't. Unique ability 100%. This is my 100%. Falling effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Restores his own ki by 50. Plus 50% to his damage inflicted. So if you combo that with the main, he'll have 100% to blast damage and 50% to strike. And minus 20 to his special move arts cost for 10 timer counts every time he enters the battlefield. And then restoring the ki by 50 is extremely useful too. And he can just constantly stack on that 50%. Just kind of got to keep swapping him in and out there to keep him at full offensive power. I Ain't Losing reduces damage received by 50% until the combo ends, and reduces enemy ki by 35 when changing cover. So he's a defensive unit with a relatively good cover damage mechanic, damage reduction mechanic here. I like this one, 50% and the ki reduction. Restores own health by 20% only once when it reaches 0. So he has a kind of endurance passive here. It never specifically mentions it as endurance passive, but that's basically what that means. I call that endurance when we have to use one word to describe it. Or immortality even. Alright, pretty standard on everything else. Still kind of wish he had finger lasers instead of throwing the yellow ki balls. Alright, that's everything that's new. There are a ton of units on this step up banner, you guys, with again various summon rates. The lowest again being the Goku at 0.25. He has a little bit better chance, I think 5% maybe, to be pulled on these tickets here. But we're just going to make some summons and see what happens. We will do all of these steps. And again, the downloading in the bottom, I don't think it means anything. Even though, again, I'm pretty sure I hit download all. I at least hit it before for the other portion of the update here. But this is like a half price multi here. So, the next one will be what? Guaranteed EX or higher. And then the third one gives us 5 tickets, which is enough for that one guaranteed pull. And I'll have the guaranteed pull on the Gohan and Goku Black situation as well, from getting those juices. Alright, this one's going to be like a dud here. Yep, that almost looks like a Transformer, but not quite. Not quite slow enough coming out. Alright, yep, so that was El Booty. A lot of characters already 7-star. We will proceed with one more, and then we will have a couple of daily summons and guaranteed summons to make. I don't trust downloading at all anymore. No Trunks. So if we don't see Bardock here, we're likely not going to get anything new. Alright, we tossed Frieza off. Gold text. But just, what is this? Vegeta coming in here? No, just a straight up push through. We're going to have one of the older sparking units in here most likely. Oh, straight out the gate. Oh, Ultimate Gohan. Alright, I could always use a couple more of him, I guess. Hey, that Extreme Slug, he's new. Didn't have him. These are all going to be extreme units here. I wish Zanya and Bojack were in here. Alright. Ultimate Gohan. Another sparking. Cooler. Alright. Have him already well developed. Alright. One new unit out of that. And no Frieza. That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Alright, the chances of pulling Frieza are just a little higher, you guys. Out of 3 multi-summons here, downloading on every single one. Mercenary Tao, that's a good sign. Still could be something really old and not necessarily good. No Bardock, unfortunately. Gold text again. I'll take guaranteed sparkings. They're probably going to be old ones, though. All I wanted, I'd be happy if I just got the Frieza, because I like using the Frieza Force team, a Lineage of Evil, either or. Alright, old animation means old card, right? Yep, Pod Frieza. Already have him extremely well developed. So that's not very helpful, you guys. And unfortunately, I'm pretty poor, so I can't really afford to be buying all these crystals in this game and all these packs. Just spending that $18, bad enough. Alright, give me some tickets. Don't have any more Chrono Crystals at the current moment. Let's do this one thing, see how it goes, and then we'll do the other one thing. with the Ultra Space Time. Man, this is gonna be something old again. Mercenary Tau. No Bardock. Ugh. Just straight up old push animation. Pushing right on through to a tired Frieza. Alright. Oh my god, that's painful, you guys. That's such a rip. Major rip right there. God, dude. These banners. This greed knows no bounds. There's a daily on that. We'll just do this here. Get it out of the way, you guys. All I need from this is Gohan. Alright, we know it's guaranteed. I'm skipping the animation. I don't care. It's not Gohan. So Shaft City all the way around today with my like $20 investment. That's about all I can afford. I hope you guys were much luckier than me. Alright, you guys, well, that's about it. We ran through all the dailies as well. Didn't end up getting anything good. A bunch of old stuff. I hope that you guys were exceptionally lucky with any summons that you made, and you took all the luck that I did not get. It's a little bit of a kick in the balls because I won't be able to make any new content using the new characters, but it's a little bit too expensive for me to keep up with this mess, you guys. Like, they're on something with these prices in this game. If you live in like Australia or Canada, I feel even more sorry for you. But that's about it for me, you guys. If you enjoyed the video, I tried to keep it as informational and up to date with all the important stuff as possible, minus the actual battle events, the PvE stuff that's going on. We can do that separately. That's about it. If you're new around here, consider subscribing. I'd love to see you again on future videos. If you enjoyed it, consider leaving a thumbs up. Help spread it out on YouTube. I appreciate everyone that helps support the channel. And leave a comment down below. How did your summons go? Did you get the Shaft? Did you get to everything new? I would definitely love to know. I hope you guys did have, again, amazing luck. And, I don't know, this video is probably long enough already. I don't think I forgot anything. But if I did, again, feel free to remind me of that as well down below. Hope you guys do have an amazing day, and I will be catching you again with another video here real soon. Peace out, y'all.